Is it now safe to buy real estate in the Toronto real estate market? I know that's a bit of a loaded question, but something I want to try to get to the bottom of in today's video. Talk about the psychological reasons that people are either getting into the market now or not getting into the market now, and talk about a few of the main questions that I'm getting from buyers right now that's either allowing them to get in because they feel comfortable or keeping them on the sidelines. My name is Tom Storey. Welcome back to the channel. I'm a real estate agent here in the city of Toronto. If you learned anything new today, make sure to like this video, get subscribed to the channel. If you want to book a call with me or my team, you can also do that in the first link in the description. So is it safe to enter the market now? Or maybe I should rephrase that to, do buyers feel comfortable to enter the market now? Because it's kind of interesting how it works. When prices were rising, we had the most amount of sales volume ever. So buyers at that point were pretty much buying off of fear. Like if they didn't have an actual need, they just wanted to get in because they didn't want the prices to get too far away from them. But on the flip side, as prices have stabilized or gone down, buyers are also not entering the market that fast because they don't want to buy if prices keep going down. And this video is going to be focused more on the fringe buyers. I don't mean that in any negative way at all, but the people that have a want but not necessarily a need. So these are the people that their decision making really comes down to what is going on in the market, what's happening with interest rates, versus the people that just had a new baby and they have to move because of that, or that's an estate sale, somebody passed away, it's a divorce, or they're getting relocated for their job. Those are people with an actual need. Today's video, I want to talk about more like people that have a want, but they don't have to jump in right now. A few videos ago, I proposed the question about rates changing and how fast it actually impacts the market, where it doesn't always take that full 12 to 18 months because that's the full economy. Real estate prices can be impacted faster or slower because it directly impacts the purchasing power of a buyer. And I got some really good feedback from that video, and a lot of people challenged me, and that was the whole point of that video. I wasn't saying prices are going to go up. I just wanted to figure out like what's going to happen here. And the more I looked into it, the more I figured out is that buyers just need confidence. They need certainty that the market's either not going to go down or could continuously go up. Because if you look over all the times the Bank of Canada has increased rates rapidly or decreased rates rapidly, in that period of time, sales volume is low because when Bank of Canada is doing things, there's uncertainty in the market. So for us to see what the real market is after all the dust is settled, it's probably going to have to be like the Bank of Canada continues to cut to whatever overnight rate they end up getting to, and then they hold for like 3 or 4 announcements in a row. And then buyers and sellers know, okay, here's where rates are at for variable. The fixed rate probably has already kind of bottomed out at where it is right now, hovering around 4. So one of the big questions that buyers are asking me right now is, hey, I'm interested in getting into the market, especially if they want to buy a condo here in Toronto, but prices have gone down for like 4 or 5 months in a row. Why would I enter now versus just waiting to see what happens in the future? And that makes sense. That's why sales volume has been down for so long and the absorption rate of the condos is not moving very well right now because there is so much to choose from. It's kind of like logging into Netflix and spending 45 minutes trying to figure out what to watch. And then you're like, screw this, I'm just going to go to bed. And then even if it's not asset class dependent, a lot of buyers will say like, well, why would I enter the market now? Prices haven't gone up yet and rates keep going down. If I just wait and rates keep going down, I'm going to be able to enter the market at a much lower monthly cost. Or the third one, because this is a big part of the market. First-time home buyers make up a big part of the market, or at least they used to. Well, my rental situation is just so good right now. It's so much cheaper just to keep renting where I am that entering the market, even though maybe financially I could do it, I don't want to take on another $1,500 a month in carrying costs to own a property. I'd like to know what you think though. Like if you're one of these people that doesn't have a need necessarily to change your living situation right now, but you have a bit of a want, what's it going to take for you as a potential buyer to feel safe enough to enter the market? Because at this point, I'm not even talking about prices. We're just looking at transaction volume. This year in 2024 for the Toronto Real Estate Board, we're looking to end the year probably around like 67, 68,000 transactions. And although that number may sound large, it's not. In 2021, we did 125,000 transactions. Now, that was an outlier year on the top end of things. But if you look back over the last period of time, over the last 10, 20 years, probably closer to 75 to 90,000 would be a market that we're used to. And even though you add in the fact that like our population has grown significantly and the real estate agent community population, people with a license, has also grown over that period of time, sales volume is really, really low. So if you do believe the market is going to improve into 2025 with the new mortgage regulations, with the fact that Bank of Canada looks like they will continue to decrease rates, the first thing that I would be focusing on is sales volume, because I don't think prices are going up yet, but the number of transactions moving every single month will be a good indication that buyers have confidence that they feel safe. If you feel like it's just going to get worse and this is not a great time to enter the market, I'd also love to know your opinion why. Like over the long term here, are we going to look back at 2024 at the end of this year, early next year, and say, whoa, those were some pretty good opportunities? Or are we going to say, hey, it didn't really bottom out till mid-2025. I should have waited a little bit longer. All right, I want to wrap up this video to tell you why our clients have been moving. I've done this frequently on the podcast channel as well, just to show people like, why are people buying or selling properties? So our most recent transactions, first-time home buyer bought their first condo. We had someone that moved back to Toronto because of family reasons that wanted to buy a condo. We had a seller that's leaving Canada and sold their property. We had upsizers where we helped them buy a semi-attached house and they sold their condo property. Actually, they were a couple, sold each of their condos. They put that money together and bought the property that they moved in together. We had someone move back to Toronto for work. We had an investor that was leaving Canada that wanted to get rid of his investment property. We had people that found that their one-bedroom condo was just too small. They wanted to upsize to a two-bed. We had a first-time home buyer. We had an upsizer. We had a first-time home buyer. We had people leaving Toronto. So you can see there's a bit of a trend here. Most of the people that we're currently helping right now had some type of actual need for housing. And that might sound weird when I say that out loud. It's like, yeah, obviously. But the need for housing people are transacting right now. The kind of I'd like to do this person is still waiting because Bank of Canada is not done, because I think they want that certainty and they want to feel safe. Thank you so much for watching. I'd really appreciate your opinion in the comments on this video. My name's Tom Storey, and remember, home is where your story begins.